Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into the ideas from the absolute game-changing bestseller, Your Money or Your Life. Seriously, this book promises to completely transform how you think about money.
Right off the bat, the book hits you with this powerful truth. Most of us are constantly chasing more money, thinking that's the key to happiness. But as the authors point out, a lot of the time it just makes life more complicated, and it doesn't even fix the real problems.
Okay, so if just piling up more cash isn't the solution, then what are we supposed to do? Well, the book argues we need to make a pretty radical shift in how we see things.
So let's start with the big problem the book brings to light. It's this subtle trap that so many of us are caught in, and we might not even realize it.
We get stuck on this hamster wheel of earning and spending, right? We're always chasing this idea of satisfaction that just seems to move further and further away the closer we get. The book has a name for this, and it's not making a living. They call it making a dying.
And after all that relentless chasing, what do we really have to show for it? Well, in recent years, the personal savings rate in the US has been hovering around a measly 5%. I mean, that is a huge drop from back in the day, before 1980, when people were saving well over 10%. And this brings us to the book's single most important, mind-blowing idea. Honestly, this one concept is designed to completely rewire your entire relationship with every single dollar you touch.
The book asks a simple question. What if we stopped thinking about money as just, paper and coins? What if we thought about what it really represents?
And here it is, the big idea. Money is life energy. It's not just numbers on a screen. It's a direct representation of the finite, precious, unget-backable hours of your life that you trade away to earn it.
And this is where it gets really eye-opening. You actually calculate your real hourly wage. Because think about it, you have to subtract all those hidden costs of having a job. Your commute, the work clothes, all those lunches out, even the movies or vacations you take just to de-stress from work. All of a sudden, your $30 an hour wage looks a whole lot more like $20.
Once you know your real hourly wage, your whole world shifts. That $100 dinner isn't just $100 anymore. It's 5 hours of your life energy. 5 hours you will never, ever get back.
Okay, so understanding that cost is step one. From there, the book lays out a really clear, totally doable path to start taking back control of that life energy.
The whole program kicks off with two simple actions. First, you track every single cent. This isn't about some restrictive budget, it's just about being aware, being mindful. And then, for everything you spend money on, you start asking yourself three powerful questions.
The first question makes you weigh the real cost. You have to ask yourself, was the satisfaction I got from this really worth the hours of my life I had to trade for it?
Next up, you ask if this spending is actually moving you closer to the person you want to be and the life you want to live. Or is it just a distraction, something you bought out of habit?
And finally, this question just broadens your whole perspective. It connects your personal choices to the bigger picture, to their impact on the planet and our communities. It's about conscious consumption.
Now, the result of all this is pretty amazing. People who do this report that their expenses just drop by about 20%, and it happens naturally. There's no feeling of depriving yourself. It's just a slow, natural shift in what you want to spend your life energy on.
So all this tracking and questioning, it's not just a mental exercise. It is all leading you toward one single, tangible, and totally life-changing goal.
The book has you create this simple chart to hang on your wall so you can see your financial life. You plot two lines, your monthly income and your monthly expenses. And as you get more conscious with your spending, you'll literally see the gap between those lines start to widen.
Now that growing gap between the lines, that's your savings. That's your capital. And you take that money and you invest it. And that's when a magical third line appears on your chart, the income your investments are generating every month. This is where your money finally starts working for you.
And this right here is the ultimate goal, the crossover point. It's that beautiful, incredible moment when that third line, your passive income from investments, finally rises above your monthly expenses line.
At that point, you've done it. You are financially independent. You no longer need to trade your time for money to live. Your life energy, your time, is finally 100% your own. So, what do you do with all that freedom? The point isn't just to retire and do nothing. Nope, it's about redefining what your life is actually for.
Financial independence means you can finally stop trading your life for a paycheck and start investing it in what truly matters to you. It gives you the time and space to follow your passions, help your community, and build a life that's genuinely full of purpose.
And in the end, the book just leaves us with this one profound question. It completely shifts the conversation away from just your net worth and towards your life's worth. Because once you truly understand that money is your life energy, how you spend both, well, that becomes the most important decision you can possibly make.